Brightest blessings, friends. Psychic medium Elizabeth Grove, the Paranormal Priestess here. I hope everyone is recovering after that really intense super blue blood moon that we just had. And I have to tell you that it was really a very challenging one, but one that is going to really take us through a major transformation. And I want to talk about that, some of that today, because I'm guided to talk about some of the challenges that many of you have been going through and where we are now in terms of moving forward. And that's always very, very important that we have that ability, or we cultivate that ability to move forward in a positive way. For those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. I'm really glad that you were guided here. Somehow you just clicked on the video that came up for you. I'm Elizabeth. I'm a professional medium, a divine channeler, as well as a remote spirit extractor specialist. And I do work for everyone around the world who would like to hear from their angels, from their divine team, from their loved ones on the other side, from their twin flames higher self, and for those who are really being interfered with by darker influences. So I do very unique clearing work. It doesn't count as exorcism. It's something that's very different from that. Everything that I do is clearing work that is done from my light body, so it's not astral travel. And it enables me to do a full healing. So that's removals as well as assisting with abilities and also activations too. So very unique work. For more about it, you can go onto my website, theparanormalpriestess.com, where I have all of my services as well as my bio. But today I really wanted to talk about some of what has been coming up for people, and I know definitely it's been coming up for me. I've been hearing a lot from people that January in particular has been a very, very challenging month, and I can say without a shadow of a doubt that it was so for me. And what's been coming up in readings for clients is that there's a feeling of, it's been a feeling rather of hopelessness and feeling stuck and feeling like things are just out of your hands, feeling as though that there are situations from the past coming back up. We thought we were done with them and they resurfaced. A feeling that there's just no one to reach out to, a feeling of just being very frustrated, frustration huge, and not really knowing who to turn to or what to do anymore, or even questioning your own truth and your own path. And these were some of the very, very, very challenging aspects of January. And with the moon that came, it really assisted us, I'll say, in eclipsing so many of our belief systems out, so many things that just no longer serve us. So whether they be belief systems, whether they're patterns or habits, doubts or fears, if you are twin flame, and many just felt like they were in this place of just being down, this low vibration, being exhausted, just not knowing where to turn any longer. What is my direction? Where do I stand in this? And I know that I was faced with this as well. And of course, I am also a divine twin flame. I'm sorry I didn't mention that earlier, but for those of you who are new, who do not know me, I am also on the twin flame path, on the path to union. And so I share a lot of what is currently happening with my clients. Many of you who are watching this right now, I'm sure, are going through very similar things. And January, we just seen a lot of turmoil, a lot of inner turmoil, okay? But we are going to be experiencing a shift in this, and we will be moving forward this month, and this month is going to be a month where there's going to be more light that's shed. Whatever situation you're going through right now, whatever challenge or obstacle or whatever that may be, if you were feeling hopeless about something, if you wanted a chapter in your life to be closed, you just weren't sure how to move on from it, then February is we're going to be seeing a lot of change here. And I'm just going to see what my angelic team would like me to share. I will do this on the spot and see what they do say, what they suggest, and things like that. Okay, so right now I have Archangel Michael who's coming through. And I've been saying this to my clients, for those of you who've had readings with me, that Archangel Michael has been coming through literally bang, right out of the box for every single one of my clients lately. And that's because the empowerment or the confidence in your mission or your path or confidence in your awakening beloved, a lot of that has been lowered lately. A lot of fear has set in, a lot of frustration lately, but this time is now coming into the light, okay? And this is a really good thing because so many of us have just really wanted to eclipse these things out of our lives, and it's definitely what this moon brought. I'm going to see what Michael would like to tell everyone out there who is watching this video. So okay, so these forces, he's saying, the forces, the lower vibrations that you all have been experiencing lately, Michael is saying that we are now assisting you. Okay, we are assisting you. He's saying that the fears have been coming up in order for them to be released. Okay, so for many of you who are fearful that whatever it may be, that your beloved will not leave their situation, or perhaps not come forward, or not awaken, or if you fear that if you leave your old job to start your mission, how are you going to sustain yourself? It could be anything. If you felt guided to move and you're not sure financially how you're going to be able to do that. Wow, yeah. So Archangel Michael is really reinforcing that everything, all the abundance that you could need, or would be in the highest good, we'll say, for whatever particular desire that you have, there's nothing to worry about, there's nothing to fear, to release that fear, because they are absolutely assisting you with all the tools. And that's really important to know, it's important to realize, and it's important to not place your worry, and your fears out into the universe, because you don't want to manifest that. So Archangel Michael is encouraging everyone to stay positive, to stay focused on what they do want. Say if it's abundance or prosperity, say if it's that you desire coming into union with your beloved and having that life together, to not turn back and to not look to the past as to the lack, as to what fell apart, as to, oh my gosh, this could happen again to me, or, it hasn't worked out before, why should it work out now? Those types of patterns. And we've seen a lot of that coming up with January, especially with this moon that just passed, eclipsing a lot of these fears out. And Michael's reminding everybody that to place your intentions out there into the universe in a positive way, and that everything that you could possibly desire, that your heart desires, will be met, and they will assist if you call them in. Okay, yes, absolutely. So Archangel Michael's also reminding the beloveds out there, the twin flames. And I have to say that everyone who I've been channeling for, this has been coming up pretty much right in the beginning, is that the beloved is being addressed. And this is how Michael always says it. Michael has been coming out and just being very direct and very strong as he usually does, but he's been really letting everybody know that your beloved is being addressed. Is. So whether or not that looks like that in the physical, things are happening behind the scenes. And what I have been finding is that when I am bringing these messages out to my clients, they are telling me, well, I have been picking this up. This is what I've been feeling. And they're always right. They're absolutely always right. And all I'm doing is revalidating. And the angels are coming through me to just reconfirm. So just know that if you are feeling that your beloved is going through a major transition, and many are going through a very major transition now, okay? Major transformations, major transitions, and life is really changing around, priorities changing around, and this is the right road. These are the steps. These are the steps leading towards union, okay? The changes are necessary. The death and rebirth is absolutely necessary. And this is what the theme really is from this moon, is the death and rebirth, or the transformation. So please know that Michael wants you to really understand that your beloveds are being addressed, even though you have gone through a lot of stress and frustration. You have many doubts about if this was ever going to happen. They are being handled by the divine, and it's going to be within the highest good to show your compassion, to send your love, your compassion, to have as much patience as you can, and to really understand that they have to go through this in order for them to really change, in order for them to really adapt to who they are, to step into their true identity. Okay, so I'm getting we. So my team is also bringing up the fact that they are assisting those with illnesses, as well as very difficult or challenging family situations. Okay? So the illnesses, I get it. You know, for some of you, it's going to be physical, a lot of physical illnesses, or having physical types of challenges that you may need to tend to. And this is very necessary. For others, it's going to be more so about the mental patterns and the emotional patterns that have not been dealt with for years. And these types of things are also showcased, and it's about paying attention to those and to really, they're saying they're assisting with that. Okay, so for those of you who are going through, let's just call it dis-ease, different dis-eases, things that would be a block, say, for you to move forward. They are assisting with this, and they will help you. They will guide you to those who can help you. And so I really get the sense that whatever is needed right now in terms of helping you to move forward, that help will be provided. That's what I'm definitely getting. Major cleansing. Archangel Raphael comes through with that this is a time of cleansing, of shedding. Again, we have that the moon, the super blue blood moon, about really major energy being eclipsed out and cleansing. So cleansing, it's going to be the mental toxins, the emotional toxins, the physical toxins. Anything and everything that would keep you from being within your power. And so there's been a lot of having to revisit things. Again, that's what I'm getting about revisiting events, revisiting possibly old flames, or I'll say old loves, family situations, things like that, old dis-eases that you haven't gotten past, old mental patterns that are still haunting you, very, very emotional turmoil, inner turmoil. that type of thing. And so February, please know that we are seeing much more help in these areas. We are stepping into our power, and we are getting the help. We are absolutely getting the help, and we're getting the divine assistance. That's for sure. They're also mentioning about grounding and how important it's going to be able to stay present, and be grounded in every day, and really take things one step at a time. Many of you out there have gotten really just overwhelmed by the emotions and overwhelmed by some of the things that you've experienced in the physical, or just being fed up. Really a feeling of being completely fed up with things. The chapter closing, the book closing, it's closing. It's closing, guys. It's closing. On the Druid Path, we just celebrated Imbolc, which is the Feast of Bridget. Love Bridget. And for the goddess Bridget, she is all about creativity and inspiration and healing, and really great goddess to work with if any of you are familiar with the Celtic Path. She's just a beautiful, nurturing mother goddess. And after just celebrating her and celebrating the fire, celebrating the sacred fire, celebrating that the light is continually growing. We have springtime is on its way, and we celebrate that the growing light is bringing the spring. This very much echoes what we're going through, and to know that we are going through a major cleansing, a major healing, and that light is growing. That light is growing. And if we can just take some time to ground ourselves, to be present, and to meditate on that light, light a candle. Just a simple tea light, or even a 7-day candle, or for those of you who love cauldrons, I know I love cauldrons. Put a candle in the cauldron and just do a simple meditation of just connecting with that light, your own inner light, and also that light on the outside, the within and the without. To simply just be, to connect with that flame, and know that inner flame is growing brighter and brighter, and everything that's been dimming your flame, especially when this year started, and everything that has been coming up, those things are quickly leaving, quickly leaving, and we are about to open now this new chapter of life, where there's going to be much more light and much more peace and much more ease. And this is a really good thing. They're saying a lot of you out there have been finding it difficult to cope with the struggles. Feeling as though you've been fighting something, been fighting for a cause, or fighting a war, fighting an inner war, or there's just been a struggle that you've been fighting. They're saying let go and let us. Yeah, they're saying let go and let us. So if you have been struggling with whatever situation it may be, to please know that it's actually not going to serve you well to continue to fight and to pull and to grasp, to struggle with whatever it is, but to just kind of give it over to God, kiss it to God, surrender it, in other words. And by surrendering it, the divine is able to heal it, and whatever is not going to be the best options for your life or best people, that the divine will go ahead and replace that for what is in the highest good for you. So just stay positive. Stay positive that the best things are yet to come. And they absolutely are. This will be an incredible year. It really will be. And there will be so many surprises. But the thing is that it's about staying very curious, very open, and to really know and believe that you deserve the life, the happy and joyful and peaceful and healthy life that you desire. Know that you deserve that and that it is coming, that your prayers are being answered. And I know that this gets a lot of my clients, and it just got my client the other day as well, is that, so the angels will sometimes come in and they will tell my client, as requested, you were praying for X, Y, and Z, and we are providing as requested. And then my client goes, oh my gosh, I was just praying about that, no matter what it may be. And so the angels, a lot of times through my channeled sessions, they answer questions, or they respond. They respond about something that's a very personal subject matter, and just that goes to show you, just to reconfirm that they're hearing every single request, every single call for help. Okay, and that help is being given. I get that very, very strongly. It's been coming up, and it's coming up now for me as well as I do this video. So don't feel the need to have to fight something any longer. It's not the way. It's really not the way. It's about the balance, and it's about the having faith. It's about surrendering. And whatever's not working for you, to just release that and be really open to new solutions, to help from the outside world, help from the divine beings as well. So help from the divine, help from the outside, whatever is going to really serve your purpose best for whatever you're going through. Know that that help is there within and without. Okay? So there's that communion there. You're having that communion with the divine, that communion with those who are there to, they're on your path for a reason. They're there to help. They're there to assist. So even if someone that you meet just says something to you and it just answers a lot and it just helps you feel better, or if you meet a healer, or you just stop by and you meet a healer and they're the right type of healer that you've been looking for years to really solve, whatever you've been going through with your physicality or your mental or your emotional, whatever it may be. Perhaps you don't know how you're going to meet your twin flame in the physical. You don't know who's going to communicate first, something like that. And all of a sudden you receive guidance. You receive guidance to reach out or to take a trip somewhere. But it's really about being very, very open to help, being really, really open to what's coming through now to help you move forward, and know that the worst is now behind you and you can close the door on that. They're also saying to remind many of you that the love is here. As I said, that the love is here. To not, again, it has to do with not viewing yourself as being without love, okay? To tap into that love, that self-love, that love with your beloved, no matter where they are in the physical, in their process, to know that that love is with you and that you're not without, and so you don't have that anxiety energy or that desperation energy, that you just realize that everything is provided for. And this video actually reminds me a lot of the video that I usually recommend people watching that I did. And I did the other video because I really needed to do something for myself as well, and I knew that this was going to help a lot of people. But it was about surrendering to divine timing and divine will, how it always works for you. And that's what this time period really reminds me of that video, to do that, to really let go and to stop struggling and to stop trying to have to figure everything out and getting overwhelmed and getting highly anxious and highly frustrated to the point where you're just like, enough, I'm done. I hear this from twins all the time. I'm done. I'm done. I'm so done with this. And then what happens? I know what happens. I hear it from you guys. You get number synchronicities. You get songs. You get dreams. Your ass gets pushed back onto the path, right? I hear it all the time. I've been through that before. What you really are done with is the lower energies, is the struggle. So let go of the struggle. That's really a huge theme of February now, is letting go of that struggle. Let your team do what they're best at, which is orchestrating amazing circumstances that you couldn't have possibly thought up. See, many of us like to try to plan, and we try to it's good to know what you want in life and to have a very clear picture of that and put the intention out into the universe with that. But when we get too caught up in what I refer to as scripting our lives way too much, when we're expecting that this particular thing is going to happen the way we exactly think, that's where it really just rears off kind of the rails. Let the divine assist you and meet you with your desires. If you can't figure out how something's going to work, whether it's how to achieve more prosperity, how to get your mission or your business working, how you're going to end up meeting your twin flame or communicating with them, or how you're going to end up healing from this condition or this disease that you've been having for a while that you don't know what to do with because you've been to a zillion and one healers or doctors. Whatever that personal fight has been for a while, let it go. Let it go. It's a cleansing time. It's closing that door, and all the disappointments and all the letdowns and everything, all the pain, all the emotional uproar you've been going through with connection to it, closing the door on it, and just letting the divine hand it over to them and let them come up with things that you couldn't possibly come up with. Let them surprise you and stay open and curious. I say this a lot on Twitter. I stay curious, my friends. And I say this to stay curious because stay excited. Stay excited that things are going to happen. Good things are going to happen. Good surprises that you don't know, and that you're glad that you don't know because you don't need to know. The ego doesn't need to know. And just stay open. I'm telling you, we're going to have a lot of surprises happen in February. Lots of getting over the hurdles. And that growing light, that light within the cauldron, that light of the sun outdoors, it's going to keep growing. The days are going to continually get longer. You're continually going to rise out of the ashes like the phoenix. That's why I'm wearing red, by the way. And, that's really the main message I'm feeling from them now in regards to the moon, in regards to energetically where we are. And we are ready to move forward. We are ready to move forward. So whatever it is, know that it's going to be different now, and that you have a clean slate and a new beginning, and that you're not alone in whatever it is that is challenging before you. You don't have to struggle alone. Whether that's receiving more information from the divine, meditating and receiving more information, taking the time to just connect and commune with your spiritual team and receiving that intuition and whatever that guidance may be, if that's the help, whether it's that or if it's that you are receiving help from other sources. And remember that God, of course, works in mysterious ways and then works through people. Okay, so there's always a way out. Okay, even if you are not thinking it up yourself, just know that the seeds have been planted. The seeds have absolutely been planted. And if you could just step back and let the divine shed the light and water those seeds, you're going to start seeing some amazing things come spring. Okay, you'll be surprised as to the movement that's going to happen. It's time to shut that door. It's time to shut it. And that's all I'd really like to, I think, bring out, unless they have something else that they want to share. I'm going to ask. No. They thanked me. So I hope this message resonated with those of you out there who have been finding it very, very difficult since the beginning of the year, that things are absolutely going to turn, and they're going to turn like that wheel, and it's going to be pretty nice. It's going to be such a reprieve. And remember when I was talking about in the channel messages for the month I just did about liberation, that February was going to be about liberation, right? Absolutely. So keep that in mind. Keep the faith. Keep the trust. And step into your empowerment and commune with your team. You're taken care of. They got your back. I'd like to, have any kind of comments from you guys. I really love reading them. And so if any of you have any type of comment or question, if this really resonated personally with you, let me know. Let me know. I am definitely here for sessions, for divine channel sessions on the paranormalpriestess.com. I'm also here for clearing work. So you can be finding that on there as well, paranormalpriestess.com. And it's just been a pleasure, and I really thank all of my subscribers, those of you who really have told me that these videos have been helping you so much, and it's really spoken to you personally, and it's absolutely my pleasure and honor to be doing this channel. It's something that I always say that I've never planned doing, but I was guided. When I didn't know what I was going to do, I was guided to do this channel, so there you go. It was a prime example, and I'm really glad that I did, because I really, really, genuinely love helping people. And the fact that I also get to have that as a job, I mean, that's pretty much the best. That's the best I could absolutely ask for. So I'm really happy that these videos have been helping. And for those of you who are new and you would like to subscribe, go right ahead. Love to have you here. I put a lot of channel messages up. I do angel channel messages every month, sometimes more. And I try to put up videos that I think would really help people on the spiritual path, on their twin flame journey. And, I also have, some supernatural things up there as well, since I do the clearing work. So I have some protection methods and things. So I'm really happy to be here for you guys. So always remember this, and it's always true, and definitely true in this video, that from the heart of the darkness is born the light. Never forget that. Okay, the Paranormal Priestess here, and many bright blessings to all of you out there. Don't give up. Keep the faith, and you've got this. So I'll see you guys next week. Take care. Love you. Bye-bye.